Our today's topic is types of solution. The contents of today's lecture is we will discuss about the saturated solution, unsaturated solution, and supersaturated solution. These are the types of solution. And we also discuss the dilution of solution and some examples related to this topic. Let's start our today's topic. What are saturated solutions? Saturated solutions basically are those containing maximum amount of solute at a given temperature. Those solutions will be called as saturated solution. They have the maximum amount of solute. So let's have an idea about the what are solution basically. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. A solution has two components, solute and solvent. We dissolve solute in solvent to make a solution. So the dissolved solute in a solvent will make a solution. So saturated solution will be a solution which contain maximum amount of solute. It means the saturated solution has the maximum capacity, already gained the maximum capacity of solute. We cannot add or dissolve more solute in saturated solution. How can we prepare a saturated solution? Simply, when a small quantity of solute is added in a solvent, solute dissolve very easily in a solvent. For example, we take a glass of water and add some salt in it. So salt will easily be dissolved in the glass of water by simply stirring. But to make a saturated solution, so if the addition of that solute, for example salt, is kept on, a stage is reached when solvent cannot dissolve any more solute. So at that stage, solution will become the saturated solution. Means if you keep adding salt in the glass of water, so a stage will reach that salt will not dissolve in the glass of water. So it will remain undissolved at the bottom of water or solvent or solution you can say. So what are unsaturated solutions? As saturated solutions have the maximum amount of solute, so here unsaturated solution means they have lesser amount of solute than that which is required to saturate it at a given temperature. So temperature is very important. If we talk about the saturated solution, if we talk about the unsaturated solution, there always be a given temperature. For example, as I told you an example of glass of water and a salt. So for example, we are performing this experiment at 30 degrees centigrade. So the temperature will kept constant at a given temperature. Saturated means they have all the spaces present between the molecules of solvent are totally occupied by the solute particles. Now here unsaturated means their spaces between the molecules of solvent are not fully occupied. There are some spaces left, so some amount of solute can be added in those solutions. Such solutions have capacity to dissolve more solute to become saturated, while saturated solutions do not have any capacity to add more solute. Now, what are supersaturated solutions? These are the super solutions. And again, we have used the term saturated. It means they are going to be made after preparing saturated solution. When saturated solutions are heated, they develop further capacity to dissolve solute. Why they dissolve more solute than the saturated solution upon heating? Because by heating, the internal spaces between the solvent molecules increased because of the breakdown of the force of attraction between their molecules. So the more solute get dissolved, get inside the spaces present between the solvent molecules. So solution contain greater amount of solute than is required to make the saturated solution. So they contain the most you can say the greater amount of solute as compared to all other types of solution. They become more concentrated, more thicker, in simple words. How to prepare supersaturated solution? Supersaturated solution be made very easily by simply if you have a saturated solution, and if you heat a saturated solution, it becomes the supersaturated solution by adding more solute. Then how can you know that the solution you have is supersaturated solution? So by heating, as you dissolve more solute, but if you cool that particular solution, so the excess solutes that dissolved at a higher temperature will be crystallizes out at the bottom of that particular beaker and leaves behind a saturated solution. So after cooling, you can see the crystals of solutes. They are settled down at the bottom of the beaker and the solution is separated. Example, to make a saturated solution of sodium thiosulfate in a water, these are the basic ingredients that are required. Take 20.9 gram of thiosulfate, sodium thiosulfate, dissolve with 100 centimeter cube of water at 20 degrees centigrade. These are the ideal conditions that at that temperature 20 degrees centigrade, so water 100 centimeter cube, so maximum capacity of solute to be dissolved in this ratio, the 100 centimeter cube of water, is 20.9 gram. If the amount is lesser than the 20.9, it will become the unsaturated solution. It means this is the maximum capacity, and if the amount is more than 20.9, then it will become the supersaturated solution. So we can increase the amount 20.9 by simple heating that particular solution. Dilution of solution, basically two dilutions, dilute solutions and concentrated solutions. Dilute solutions containing small amount of dissolved solute, while concentrated solution have large amount of dissolved solute. For example, if we have two glass of water, one containing 1 tablespoon of salt, other is containing 2 tablespoon of salt. So the solution which contain 1 tablespoon of salt is dilute solution because it contains small amount of solute, while the other glass of water containing 2 tablespoon of salt, will be called as concentrated solution. Some examples are given because the solution is present in every physical state of matter. So you can see solute or of many of all the types of physical states, and the solvents are also present in all the physical states of matter. Thank you very much.